Hello, this is Francis McCaffrey from McCaffrey Crafts, and I've reached the end of another week here of making Blackthorn. And if you're watching this live stream retrospectively, I am Francis McCaffrey. I'm a fifth generation Blackthorn shillelagh maker. I'm located here in County Kerry in Ireland, in a small little town, or you could call it a village, I suppose, of Kilorglen. Uh, a town that I always wanted to leave and get away from. And when I was 18, I couldn't get away from here fast enough. And it's funny how I've rotated and ended up back here again until I can, plan my next escape. I am here for next hour, and I'm happy to answer anyone's questions. This we have a community of people who are interested in Irish crafts, who are interested in walking sticks, and who are interested in just many different things. And then once a week, I make these impromptu live streams. They're not really planned. It's just usually me just talking again, and just again, it's a good way to interact with the community. I'm always a bit hoarse and stuff because I'm always just been working with dust and different things like there. Let's see now. We have Kit Kat says, "All right, new sub here. Really enjoying your craft. Yeah, thanks for watching. Irish stick making is it's a bit of a mad job. Not everyone wants to do it. It's just kind of interesting trying to find like a natural piece of wood and trying to find something that you can take your time with, have patience with, and it's pretty good as a walking aid. People are interested in faction fighting and history. I just kind of like doing it. It started for me as a hobby, as a craft hobby, and then it's developed into a full time job, and now it's my main source of income. So I'm happy to to be doing something that I like, and when you get to different stages of your life, sometimes it's good to be doing something manual or something creative. You just feel a bit better when once you're involved in something like that. So thank you for the channel, thank you for the comments, and yeah, we have a very nice community here as well. Most nearly 100% of people here are all sound. Really nice community you have. So welcome. Matisse, hi Francis. I'm moving home, so shillelagh carving is on hold as I do a few bits to make cudgels. I'm making an ash cudgel. Well, ash is a very dense and heavy wood, and it's pretty good to use as well for cudgels. Like I know that the faction fighters around Limerick, they were kind of well known for using ash. And so you're moving home. So did you sell your home or something like that? Moving home is something you don't do every day of the week, so it's a big thing. Trying to remember where everything is and pack it and unpack it, it's a big process. If Tim McKern, a regular on the channel, hey Tim, how are you? I'm just getting on in time today. You are indeed, Tim. So thank you for joining the live stream. Sure, it always takes a while for people to come, and I know everyone can't join at this particular time because, like if you're in Australia now, it's like 5 or 6 a.m., so not many will be on. If you're in America, it's probably around lunchtime or early morning as well. And for me, it's about tea time here. Another another long day. The kids are back to school, trying to keep on top of everything. Usually at this time of year in September, it's a good time to work and to make as many sticks as you can, because like if it comes into like October, you're getting into starting the cutting season then, and then November you're going to be busy trying to get your orders out quickly because everyone wants their Christmas presents to be posted as quickly as possible to avoid any delays. And I'm pretty good with DHL and UPS. They're very reliable. You can ship with them right up until December, and they'll still arrive before Christmas. Let's see. You got me into carving shillelaghs during lockdown as I wanted a challenge, and Blackthorn does that plenty. Yes, there is so many challenges in Blackthorn. It's not for the faint of heart. It's a tough wood to work with. Like it's hard, it's dense, it's hard to get. You have the patience to do it. But you did the right thing during lockdowns. Like I think regardless of what you think of all the kind of stuff going on, it gave everyone an opportunity to kind of look in the mirror and see who they really are. And in the face of adversity or in the face of all the things that were going on, you kind of had to decide what kind of man you were or what kind of person you were. And like if you looked in the mirror and you said, I want to better myself, I want to learn some new crafts. I want to try new things. I want to be active. I want to do some certain things. I think you made like the right decision. Like it's you look at people around you in your local community, and you can kind of see, who did that as well. I think it's so that's why, like, during the lockdown, I started the YouTube channel. I think it was probably April of the lockdown. We're about 3 or 4 weeks into it. I was digging a hole in my garden. We are going to build an underground bunker with my son. I thought that was the end, because the month of March 2020, I had a 0 month, as in I made zero sales. And that was the first time ever in my life I was working and hit zero for a month. So I was like, right, I start to, get in shape, do some exercise. What am I going to do next? And learn some things. Let's see. Was a learning disability. Was a learning disability home. I've been a few years time for a change. Sorry, it was a learning disability home. So okay, you're in a learning disability home. Finally got there, and I've been here a few years time for a change. Yeah, change is good. I think it's kind of good. Like, a lot of people, like, they rent homes and different things as well. There's some merit in that, because every few years you can kind of pick up and go somewhere. Change can be good. I think people need to embrace that. Sometimes you get too comfortable in your system, your way of thinking, different things. It's good to challenge yourself. And even I was talking to my dad today. My dad, his birthday, he's I won't say he's well into his 70s. He's in his 70s. Well, he's 73, I think, or 74. Let's see. He was not born in 1949. So what does that make him? 73. So I was talking to my dad today, because my he's helping me straightening his sticks now, and he's been a good hand there while I was away for the summer on holidays, and we're actually getting along, working together. So he's helping me now, like, with the straightening of sticks and a few tasks around the shop, which is great. It gives him something to do as well, because so he can just be a little bit active. But I was talking to him today about, that it's good to kind of stay active, because he's 73 now, and my dad is still sharp as anything. He still has his fitness about him. He's still able to do things as well. And I was saying, like, once he kind of hit his retirement ages, and he didn't really stay around, and like he didn't just like stay and do nothing. Like, my dad, he went and learned how to do computers. He got onto Facebook when he was in his retirement years. He did a computer course, and he started to learn. Like, we got him a computer as well, and we encouraged him. And he did all of these different things, and he learned all of these new skills. He started to learn about poker as well. He has a big interest in that, and reading and researching things. He's got involved in the car boots. He used to go around to the antique markets and the vintage things as well. And I think, like, that kind of serves testament to a lot of people, in that you have to remain kind of active when you get older. Like, I've been in Thailand recently, and in Thailand, there's lots of guys I met there, just retired. They're relaxing in Thailand. They're staying there, and, like, you see them deteriorating fast. They don't know what to do. They're just bored every day. They wake up, they go get their food. They're sitting in the bar drinking each day, and they're not really challenging their mind. They're not getting involved. And, like, I seen one guy like 2 years ago, and I see him, like, or just before COVID. Then I saw him this summer again, and, like, he looks so kind of worn down, and like, he wasn't, like, doing anything too good. He wasn't as sharp, and it was a shame to kind of see people deteriorate like that. So I think, like, as you get older, you have to kind of challenge yourself, do things, take action. Like, we live in a different world now. It's not like when you're 60 or 70, and you're oh, you can't do anything anymore. You can still be productive. You can still do a lot of things. You can still contribute a lot to society. You have great knowledge to pass down as well. So I think that's pretty good. Let's see. Mary says, "Hi, Francis. Still in the 90s here in Wyoming. Enjoy your new stick videos. Yeah, I've been posting some nice sticks recently. I posted a bunch of sticks. None of you guys notice them. It's like, sometimes I put the video out, and then people will go, oh, they'll go and check my sticks out. But for the few days before, I was putting in some really, really nice sticks. So I think I have like 140 sticks on the website now, and plenty of choice. And I think for the next month anyway, the kids are at school for most of the day, and I'm kind of on top of my packing. I have a nice system now in place, and yeah, like, I don't have to wait around for the courier every morning. I usually drop the sticks at another location, and I have someone there waiting for the courier, who's hit or miss. They usually turn up within a day or two anyway. But like, what I find, it was like a waste of my time trying to wait for the courier all the time and trying to work and try to do different things. So I have a pretty good system in place now. I'm going to be churning out the sticks. I'm working really hard. I'm just focusing on getting as many sticks as possible for this Christmas run season, which I expect to go pretty well. We have greetings from South Africa. We use local hardwoods. I've actually been to South Africa and know quite a lot. I went to Cape Town, and then we drove to Stellenbosch and Franschhoek area. Then we went down, I can't remember, Route 68 or something like that. The special name of route where we went, not the garden route, just we went to Oudtshoorn, and then we went from Oudtshoorn down to Knysna, and then from Knysna, which was like a kind of it was nice, this little kind of seafront area. Then went to Knysna to Port Elizabeth, and then from Port Elizabeth we went back to Cape Town, and we did the braai, which was the barbecue. The South African barbecue is good. I had loads of interesting meats there. I had crocodile meat, which is very good. I had ostrich meat in Oudtshoorn. I think I rode an ostrich, literally. That's not a euphemism. I sat in the back of one of the ostriches, and they did the running around and things like that. So that was quite interesting. I had a lot of friends from South Africa that I've kind of lost touch with. I think, like, they're not on Facebook and stuff like that. I knew a few. Oh, different. I knew like this guy called Andre. He was a great guy. He was like an Italian South African descent, and he was from, actually, I think he was born in Namibia, and then he was like the nicest guy, and most knowledgeable guy, and the most caring guy you'd ever met. He would go out of his way, and I found down in South Africa, like, and even in Kenya as well, like, the customer service is like fantastic. Like, people there are very, very genuine, and they have very nice, like, communities as well, like within different communities, and it was just a really kind of nice experience. I like South Africa. It was pretty good. Let's see. I found a small black cherry tree that fell down along the road, and hopefully my buddy can saw it up. That's good. That's good. You've seen a good opportunity there, James. Cherry is a lovely wood. It seasons a bit faster than blackthorn. It is a bit prone to cracking when you're just doing the seasoning process, but nothing too serious as well. Let's see. I'm very tough fox. I love the outdoors carving. I do find interesting items in the woods, skulls and golf balls. I'm carving wood spirits, and I've had a badger skull and plenty of foxes. Yeah, you can find loads of stuff. You'd be surprised what you find when you're out and about. Like, I would find old signs, old bottles. You do find a lot of skulls and different things as well from wild animals and from different things. I've seen a load of them over the years, and foxes' dens and different things as well. Okay, we have KitKat says, I discovered your channel last night researching Irish history and binge watch a good few vids and have a very understandable Kerry accent. Thank you. Thank you. It's within Kerry, there's a number of different accents. Like, for me, my accent is kind of neutral because like, when I was in school, I did a lot of like debating and public speaking, and I was always pretty good at like standing in front of groups and talking, and hence why these YouTube videos are not a bother to me. Yeah, it's kind of, and then I lived for a number of years in Asia, and if I spoke quickly with, like, when I was in my 20s, I was like just finished college. I had worked in recruitment and banking. I was like, I want to travel the world. I read the book The Beach, the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. They said Thailand, go backpacking there, get into all the adventures. And throughout my 20s, I had a sense of adventure, and I loved traveling through Asia, through Japan. Spent a lot of time actually in Korea. And so over, like, when I remember when I was in Korea, these places, no one would understand. Like, in Kerry, sometimes you use like these kind of idioms and different things as well, and it can be very hard to understand, especially like the farmer guys. If you want to hear the strong Kerry accents, KitKat, look at the vintage fairs, or if you go to any of those, and the guy, it's like they speak in this kind of mumble and words, and they use these very unique kind of idioms. Or let's see now in Kerry, if you go up like Glencar kind of area, up into the mountains, you know, I remember there's a bar in a town in Glencar, like a little tiny village in the mountains. And like if you go in there, like everyone knows everyone, and a lot of people are related to each other there. And I don't mean that man in a deliverance type of way, but yeah, everyone's kind of knows each other and they're related somehow. And in this bar, like you go in there and like everyone's drinking. Like the minute you walk in, everything will go silent. Everyone turn around and just like staring at you. It reminds me of that movie. I don't know if you've seen the American Werewolf in London movie, where there's the scenes where the two American backpackers go in to the bar and they all like stare and look around. And but like, if you're looking for weird little instances and nuances, if you visit Ireland. But yeah, so like, KitKat? Why are you researching like Ireland? Are you planning to come here? Is it for a particular reason? Do you have a connection to Ireland? Let's see. James says, I also have a small dead black cherry tree that I need to grind off the bark and sapwood as well. Cherry looks really good, the bare wood on it. You can get nice kind of colors and things like that as well. Cherry is very decorative. It's a bit light but strong. It's still a decent wood to make walking sticks out of, like cherry wood. I think I've made 2 walking sticks out of cherry wood over the years, and they were fine to work with as well. Let's see. Your dad is a great, talented guy to chat, and I enjoyed the live chatting with him. Yeah, like I must get him to loosen up. Like on those live streams, I watched them back with my dad, and like he's like he's trying to be like prim and proper and like and things like that. It'd be good to kind of get him to out of when you get him talking about different things. He's very my dad is kind of known in the community as like a very outgoing guy, very talkative, very friendly to everyone, while I'm considered probably a bit more kind of keep to myself type of guy, a bit kind of quieter and different things like that. Despite what you see here on things, I'm a family guy. I like to keep to myself. I don't go out drinking or boozing. It's just no interest to me. I like to kind of have conversations with people. I like listening to people with different political views. I like listening to about history and different things like that. I just like getting different philosophies and talking to a lot of people. I like music. I like alternative music. I like a bit of metal. I listen to punk, black metal, industrial music. So many different types of things that I do. And when you're living in rural Ireland, it's hard to find anyone like me with my interests. So I'd be pretty different. But my dad, he likes all the local things, the football, the GAA, the talking about. But like my dad, he knows everything going on in town. I think he talks to so many people that like if you want to ask him question like I was like, who's bought that building now, or who's moving in there? And today he was telling me he saw like some lands have been cleared just opposite here, opposite the fishery, and he's like trying to find out who is like. So if anyone watching the channel here knows why that land opposite the fishery has been cleared and flattened, like what's being built in there, I think that's what he was asking me today. So you can let us know. Oh, it's my dad's birthday as well soon. Maybe next. I might get him on for that. I think it will be next week. I'll ask him if I can say the day. Why not embarrass him as well for 73rd? Ron says, "Hey Francis, happy Friday. Hey Ron, how are things, my man? You are religiously here every Friday. It's great to have you on the channel. I hope you're not getting bored of hearing my ramblings and different things as well. I'd probably be repeating myself over previous live streams. Let's see now. Our South African friend said, "My dad." You can tell me your name too, just so I know what to call you. Like I was supposed to South African guy. So Raza 420. You sound like you're into the old CBD and the smoking anyway, which is now legal in many countries, and it's a growing industry. But it's a weird one because like I think it'll be oversaturated with supply, and then a lot of people can when regulation comes in, most people are like making it at home and different things as well. Because like there's a big kind of, if you look at Canada, like the supply was through the roof, and then they had so many of these businesses supplying it, and everyone was just being able to get it cheaper and make it themselves, and it kind of took it as. And let's see now, you're making walking sticks out of Rhodesian teak and warthog tusks. Oh, very good. The Now let's see, that would be that's Zimbabwe area, isn't it? Rhodesia, wasn't that what it was called before Zimbabwe and stuff? What's your man there? There's that dictator guy there, Mugabe, or I can't remember his name. But yeah, like the teak wood is beautiful. It's very decorative as well. And you have warhog tusks. Is there quite a lot of them in your region? Where in South Africa are you based? Like if there's a lot of warhogs around, where would that be now? That might be, you're not Bloemfontein or up kind of in the middle or north, like because you have like the Durban area and south of Durban, which is a really rough area. You have Joburg, which is kind of a bit rough as well, and then you have Cape Town and you have Bloemfontein and a few of these other regions as well. I can't remember. Let's see. I have a genuine Zulu spearhead from an 1847 battle. The spear is Zulu and it's called an asagi as well. All right. And yeah, was that like the Boer War? Or like I don't know my history on South Africa that very well. It's something that I hadn't researched as well. All I know is 1847 was the famine in Ireland. That was the famine year in Ireland. So, but all I know about South Africa was like the Boer Wars and different things, and the Zulus fighting, and some of the Zulu weapons, or I don't know, it was a Zulu or another tribe. They have the knob kerry, it looks like a shillelagh as well. So there'll be a lot of shillelagh-looking instruments and sticks around the world as well. Mike Allen says, are root bulb sticks more dense and heavier, harder than the branch-made bulb sticks? Just wondering if the root proportions are a tighter weave, a type of wood, than more linear branch or bulb sticks. That's a good question. I think it would be, because usually like the bottom root is like really harder and rock hard, and like it seems to, like, you don't have as much cracking as you would with some of the other ones. So, and then the gray, like when you're trying to saw through it as well, it seems a bit harder to try to saw through it than to saw. And usually the trunk would be a bit kind of like stronger, because it can grow a bit thicker and different things like that. But the branches are still fine, and they're still really hard and still really good to look after. But yeah, like the root ball sticks are pretty good, and they're just very hard to get. And if you pull a stick up by the root, that's the end of the blackthorn bush. Then no more is going to grow. So sometimes you have to plan to come back in a few more years again, and you have sticks in certain ways, and so there's a way in which you have to go about cutting sticks as well. It's almost like a whole skill in that. Let's see, when the weather cools down, I want to go back into the wood shop. Yeah, like it can get pretty cold too when you're in your little shops, and if you have a little shed there, James, where you do your little projects as well. Best time of year is kind of around now in Ireland. You have the long evenings, and it's still kind of nice. Francis, if you turn your camera sideways, you will broadcast full screen. Oh yeah, but I just have the comments. Yeah, I can do that. Usually I just do it that other way around, because I'm doing it on my phone, and it's easier to kind of to scroll through. When I put it kind of sideways, it just kind of like hides the comments a bit. But I'll do it for a while anyway. We'll see if I can manage. It just like makes just 1 second now. I just have to kind of like pop them up a different type of way. But yeah, thanks for that. It's probably a better experience for you guys to see me then this type of way. Let's see. Asagi is not a spear; it's a different weapon. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. I must have a quick Google and have a look at that as well. Let's see, Garen. Good day to the Order of the Blackthorn, and good day to you, Garen. How are things with you? You are still a big Lord of the Rings fan, and you're into some fantasy as well. Let's see. It's a traditional walking stick. It's called a knob kerry. Yeah, that's the one with the big ball on top as well. Let's see. Give your dad some Guinness, he'll loosen up. Maybe. He's never really a big Guinness drinker. He'd drink it like a few times and stuff, and Mom would be giving out the Guinness farts. That's all I remember about it as well. But my dad wouldn't really be a big drinker. He might have 1 or 2 drinks out, things like that. But like he doesn't drink at all now in his 70s. Like maybe like a nod here and there. I think he had a pint or 2 during Puck Fair. Actually, today I asked my dad a question when we're in the basement. I was like, I said to him, like, how much is a pint now? And he didn't know the price. I was like, how much is the price? And it kind of just shows, like, that I don't be buying drinks, and my dad doesn't really go out that much as well. We just like, so if what's the price of a pint? So if I want to get a pint of Guinness, what's the kind of price in Ireland? I have no idea. I could tell you the price of Blackthorn, and tell you the price of rubber furls and all these other things, but not the price of a pint. Let's see. 420 is an area code. You can call me Mark. Okay, very good. So RSA 420 is not a reference. It's just a coincidence. Okay. What part of South Africa is that? Let's see. The south of Joburg. But we travel yodes. I know the Sancton City area of Johannesburg is nice. I think it's called Sancton City. You'd probably know what I'm talking about as well. And let's see. Island One: The Battle. See movie Zulu Dawn. Oh yeah, and the Michael Caine movie. I remember seeing that years ago. Can't really remember too well. Zulu. Let's see. Zulu's thousand of them classic movie quotes as well. Is that the Michael Caine movie? Must check that out. Michael Caine's a good actor. He's been in a lot of good movies. Francis, you need a new starter in light. It's flashing. Yeah, it's the one here. There's one over here that's flashing. It's on my to-do list. Yeah, I must actually keep that. I think there's one of the lights up here that's kind of flashing or something. Let's see anyway. Matt says hi, Francis. Hey Matt, how are things with you? Guinness is crazy price here. Yeah, in Thailand when I was there, I think it was like €15 for a pint of Guinness. It's pretty bad. Let's see. RSA 420 says Neobunga. Is that like the area that is that postcode from? Something like that. Well, my postcode here is V93W861. That's how you find my shop anyway, if anyone is watching there as well. Yeah, any more kind of question, guys? Anything else you want to kind of like know or to talk about? Now's your opportunity to ask me any questions as well. Let's see now. Wayne Jones says the witchcraft shop in Cornwall has a very rare and old blackthorn wand called a blasting stick. Very interesting stuff. Is that, if I search that online, we'll be able to find it? I must have a look at that. I know like people use blackthorn for like the magic wands and different things. I never really got into that because I remember years ago there's a few like Harry Potter people that were asking me to make the wands and different things, and then like there are some of them were a bit unusual to kind of like the request they were asking me for. They wanted like magic potion stuff. They wanted me to do this and that, and I don't know, man. It was a bit too different from for what I was used to. And let's see, Rude Light, at least is not a red light district. No, but here is in Killorglin. I was reading in the history of Killorglin before, and in Killorglin, all the kind of like the British Army guys would have their barracks at the center of town, and apparently Langford Street used to be considered like a bit of a red light street. So there used to be ladies in the 150 years ago, or whatever, 100 years ago, that would probably about 115 years ago, some ladies would like to see the British officers in their uniforms, and they would walk up and down the street and stuff. And there's reports of it in the paper, saying the ladies of the night would be walking up and down, and they're trying to put, some of the locals were trying to complain with, and something like that as well. So even in our small country town in Killorglin, there was some kind of red light district as well. I presume most towns had something like that as well. Like, there must have been things like that going on. And let's see. Let me go back here again. Stunning stick you showed today make a work of art. Yeah, that was a nice one. It sold already. I think it sold pretty fast. It was a pretty nice stick. The handle just looks really unusual and different. And every now and again you come across like that. Not every stick's going to be like that, but anytime I find one that's a bit stunning, I always kind of like put it out there and let you guys know about it, because I know there's a number of you guys are stick collectors, and you do want to have the most unusual and best of blackthorn. And it's very interesting when you get a unique piece into your collection as well, like all collectors. I never get bored of your stream, sir. I have often have you on while I'm working. I like the company. I do the same, Ron. When I'm when I'm working, I put on some kind of live streams and podcasts and interviews. And for me, I kind of just like to stay current and know like what are the trends online. So I listen to a vast array of things. Remember like the Andrew Tate guy was getting very popular. I was like, who is this guy? Let's listen to some of his long form interviews. I listened to like a 3-hour interview he did and different things. I know he's controversial and he's banned off the thing now, but he was like the most searched guy in Google. And I always have an interest in marketing and trends and different things as well. So I'm always watching things like finance. I like listening to about the economy, because I'm paranoid that it'll affect my business as well. So I do like to see and try to predict like what's happening in the economy, like how soon a recession is going to come, what it's going to do. But like the thing is, everyone's working at the moment, so I don't think a recession's coming like this year. But we're more than likely kind of like next year. Maybe it'll hit the UK a bit earlier, and maybe Europe than it would in the in the States as well. Neobanda is thanks Zulu, very good. Matiz, what is that? Just asking what the reference is there. It's cheaper here in UK to buy drinks and an off license and take home. Yeah, that must be. I have no idea the cost of alcohol or what it is as well. Like I might have like in the sunny weather I wouldn't mind like a cold beer, but that'd be about it. Matt says, my wife has said I have to pick my blackthorn stick to go into my coffin just for my final journey, Francis, and it will. Yeah, like I put out a video about that, saying that this guy, his family contacted me and they wanted to do the same thing. They wanted to buy a blackthorn that I picked out and that they were going to put it into his coffin, and they thought it was like owning a piece of Ireland and to be buried with something that is as close as possible to Ireland. And with me, McCaffrey Crafts, like they've seen my channel, they've been watching me for a few years. They know I'm the real deal. I sell an authentic blackthorn. Traditional pieces, one piece made from one piece of wood. And again, I have that reputation that people know my brand now. They know when they get a McCaffrey's stick, they are getting real blackthorn, because you can't imagine like all the fake nonsense that goes out, and people are calling it blackthorn. I get banned from Facebook groups when I point out that's not real blackthorn or that's made from two woods and different things as well. So I tend to stay off the fake Facebook groups now. We run our own still over a quid a bottle. Okay, so you do your own brewing, and you about £1 a quid a bottle. Okay, let's see. Be my Christmas present. Very good. You can always send it to me. You call it essential oils. I had a subscriber who sent me some alcohol before by the post, and it got through customs, which I was very surprised with. Neobonga is thanks in Zulu. Oh, it is thanks in Zulu. All right, right. Okay, so Neobonga, is that like, I know in South Africa there's a lot of the tribe accents, they have that kind of click sound and stuff. I heard of people saying and speaking some different accents, and there's all different tribes. There's so many of them as well. Let's see, Matisse, get you now spelling his way off. Yeah, sometimes when you're typing, it'll just go through quickly and you'll be in the middle of typing your message. I'm very sorry to misspelling. I've been learning this filthy. Don't worry about it. I misspell all the time. And, if you get the gist of what you're saying, like, don't worry about the misspellings. Like, it's fine. We know we have 12 official languages. Yeah, I think there's like 40 tribes as well when I was in Kenya. And there's quite a lot of different accents. And it's confusing. Yeah, you had to try to learn them. Wayne Jones says, or joins as Jones, I'd say, more Celtic history, Francis. Definitely not weirdly wizardry stuff. Really enjoy your craftsmanship. Yeah, the Celtic history is quite interesting. I just found it interesting the role of women in Celtic history as well. How they're like very strong characters, and the stories associated with the Celtic culture was very different, from when the Romans and different things came in, there afterwards as well. How's the Aaron doing, Francis? Well, Aaron is back to school. He didn't have homework this week, so he's fine. Aaron wants me to always he plays this game Roblox. It's an online game, so he's always asking me to buy stuff and trying to think of ways to get money to so he can improve in what he was doing. He got banned from the game Roblox as well. He said something about the Ukraine. He didn't like, some guy who had the Ukraine thing, and he said, I don't like Ukraine. And he got banned for 7 days on a kid's game, and he's very upset. And his ban lifted yesterday, so he was banned from his favorite game. And it was a second ban, that he got as well. Sometimes he got his first ban. He was designing his own server or game, and he just copy and pasted some code. And Roblox administrators sent a very strong email to him saying he had stolen code. And my son is just, a young guy. He didn't even know what was going on. He was just he wanted to put this cute little capybara thing in a game, and this was the code for it or something like that.
So he's been banned twice now from his favorite thing to his metaverse that he likes to spend far too much time in. I must actually spend more time with Aaron, and because I've actually been doing a lot of work there recently. But I kind of thought we went to Thailand for 2 months. I pretty much with him every day, so maybe I can like work hard for the next month, and he might be okay. I'm better with my shambok and the shillelagh and swords than technology as well. Yeah, like it's it's good to know a little bit about the old technology stuff, and it can be a bit of a chore to do it. But if my dad can learn about technology stuff in his like 60s and 70s, I think anyone can do. It's just an added your like your mindset you're in. And Matisse says, I'm a Brit as well. Yeah, we have many nationalities on this channel and we all get along in this community, which is great. I'm on WhatsApp, Raza, if you like a friend. And I'm from Essex as well. Okay, yeah, like you guys can all communicate and get in touch with each other as well. It's a nice community as well. Let's see, Matisse is a postcode here in in South Africa. Yeah, I like South Africa. The food what was the name of that restaurant I went to in Stellenbosch? I went to a really good restaurant. It's like they had the springbok meat, they had the kudu meat, they had the crocodile tail meat, the ostrich meat, and all these other things as well. It was like the best one of the best feeds I've ever had. Like I'd be a carnivore. I remember there's a restaurant called Carnivores in Kenya when I was there as well. But I love those kind of like places they have in South Africa where they have all the big game meat is like really good. Let's see, Mike. Sometimes I see blackthorn is rustic and has deep, curvy grooves in it. Is that a process or somehow scraped to get that outlook? Your rustic sticks are great, like the gnarly root sticks. Let's see. Let's see. It's rustic and has deep curved grooves in it. Is that a process? I'm not sure there what you're asking. Like most of the time, it's just naturally occurring in the woods. Like mostly, I just kind of try to visualize what the handle is, just kind of shape it out, and then I use whatever kind of colors are actually naturally in the wood, and then I kind of like just sand it down and you know just do it like that. So I'm pretty sure that it'd be like if you had an example, it'd be easier to kind of like kind of look at as well. And Raz is there saying that he's from Hampshire as well. Let's see now. Let's see. Matt says, "Do you straighten your blackthorn green or seasoned? Seasoned. If you straighten it when it's green, it'll just bend back as a seasoning. That's what you find. So a lot of guys, new guys to the community and to blackthorn, they straighten their wood when it's green, and it's a bit easier to straighten it because it's still got a bit of bend and flexibility. So they kind of I'll straighten it now. It's easy. Then they'll leave it seasoned for a year, and they'll come back and look at it, and it's be bent back the same way as well. So yeah, you have to wait till it's well seasoned before you can straighten it as well. And we love game meat. Yeah, it's good. It's good as well. I like the braai and what's that dry beef that you have? Boat what's it called? I can't remember the name of it. Like there's it's like beef jerky, something like that. Bultang or butang or I can't remember. There's a South African like beef jerky thing that's really renowned in South Africa. It's pretty good. There's all different like varieties of it. Let's see. And makes you strong in the arm and good in bed as well. Very good. Let's see. Game is way safer to. Let's see. Sorry. Game is way safer to. No cancer preservatives, and I shoot it as well. Yeah. Bultong. That's it. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. I was close. I think I got close to it. Yeah, that's pretty good. I used to have that to snack the whole time. It's actually pretty good. You know, when you're traveling around, you just want something meaty and crunchy, and it's pretty good. Sadly, here mining pollution is yeah, gold mining is big. You know, a few guys that were doing like a lot of the gold mining down in South Africa as well. But yeah, like pollution can be as well. I don't know. Is that your union is industrial? I don't really know what the region is like south of Johannesburg because I only went to the kind of main tourist spots. Bultong, that's it. Bultong and Three Wars. That's the sausage, isn't it? Let's see. I love Lagos chili powder in my bultong as well. Yeah, you got to have a bit of spice. I don't know how spicy the Lagos chili powder is. It's not like a ghost Carolina Ghost Reaper or those kind of things. I'd love to go on that Hot Wings show. I wonder. I'm not really famous enough yet. You know that there's a show where the guy will like eat various like chicken wings in various heats of chili. I don't know. I think I could do that. There was a time I was pretty good at eating it, but then as you get older, your stomach isn't as strong for eating some of that spicy stuff, and it stings coming out as you guys probably know. I see. John Elliott says hard to beat a good natural blackthorn instead of a heavy black gloss varnish. Yeah, so you can have like a natural finish as well if the bark kind of looks good on that as well. Let's see. We have huge issues with illegal miners. Yeah, like a lot of the mines seem to be kind of like the management has a lot of issues as well, and there's safety different things. But it's a tough game to do that. I think when the commodity prices grow up, and the miners trying to mine as much as possible, and then the lifetime of these mines, like there's only a certain amount of time that they have. So many South African shops in the UK side, in probably the Bulltown. Let's see, shoot miners and give them the sandbuck beating as well. I think that might be quite a tough punishment. I'd probably be a bit more lenient. And no South African Brabant pub chain in the UK. Yeah, like a lot of South Africans came into Ireland. I remember back in 2001, 2002. I think that was like the first kind of wave that we've noticed of quite a lot of South Africans that were coming into Ireland as well. A lot of highly skilled guys were coming in then as well, I remember. We have 60 murders a day. Johannesburg is famous for that. I remember when I was down there, the hotels were telling me not to go outside and to different things. And, it's kind of, I think it has the highest number of murders, but most of them were in the kind of township areas. When this is what I was told when I was there, that's in the township areas where kind of like poverty was, and like there was a lot of kind of, and then you have the when I was there, they had different gangs that would all that kind of gang culture as well was kind of there. I don't know if it's changed. Like I haven't been in South Africa in like maybe 15 years. That's when I was last there, I think. Let's see, the sandbuck here is at the ready. Very good. Well, like I remember all the security guards that would be on people's homes, like because I'd go to a few South African guys' homes, and they would have like a security guide and a big wall and the barbed wire fences. And I remember when I was traveling, I was like a bit surprised. I was like, "Why do you need that?" And oh well, it was a rhetorical question, like because obviously I knew, I knew why. Because I remember like most of the neighborhoods and houses, like it seemed pretty normal that everyone had their own security guard that was there all night. And I found that quite like a little bit different because they were just kind of middle class type of guys, and they had their own security guard and security in their neighborhoods. Nando's is in South Africa. Nope. They kill everywhere. So yeah. That's terrible to know. I think when I was there 15 years ago, my knowledge was my information was just coming from what people were saying in the hotels and just the local people that were working around the places where where I was going. So maybe they were trying to downplay it naturally as well. But they warned me not to go outside when I was in Sancton City. They said, just stay in the supermarkets and the centers, don't go walking around or you'll be in trouble. And then I remember in Cape Town, like on New Year's Eve, there's one gang there that to get initiated into the gang, they have to shoot a tourist or something like that. And there was some story I remember about that when I was there. I remember in Hermanus when people were doing the whale watching, a lot of people were mugged. And I remember like I was working in a travel agency, and we sent all of these people down to this 5-star secluded hotel, white sand beach near Durban. You walk on the beach in the morning, and your footprints are the only thing you see behind you. One of those kind of romantic honeymoon places. Being kind of quiet and secluded, it means easy to rob. And guys came down with AK-47s, and 16 tourists were there, a number of honeymoon couples, and all of them got robbed. I remember they from the travel company I worked with, they were like freaking out and were trying to support them. And because imagine going on your honeymoon and having guys with AK-47s coming in and robbing you, just in one of these 5-star secluded kind of places in South Africa. So yeah, like crime seemed to be out of hand when I was there, and it seems to that not be going away. It's kind of a shame, like, because it's a beautiful country, and the people there are great, and really kind of outgoing, very much like the rugby and the things like that as well. Like, rugby is pretty big down there. Yeah, gun crime is rife, so private security firms are used to guard private houses. Yeah, I saw that when I was there, and the guy was trying to explain that it was like normal, and that for me to even comment on it just seemed a bit peculiar to them as well. Crime is through the roof. I know knife crime in the UK seems to be pretty high. Was it 49,000 stabbings? I think I read in one news article recently, just from memory as well. In Ireland, like in Killorglin, the crime is pretty low. There was like during COVID, there was like a few robberies. Like usually, like once a year, some gang comes down from the city and robs a bunch of houses. And usually the houses are the ones like outside the town or in some secluded area. Usually, like in town, there might be some like local. Remember, like some guy from Cork came up and he was a bad egg or bad thing, and he did a few a few things around town, and he was run out of town. Crime here in Clorglin's almost non-existent. You never, like, if you're out drinking, you might get into a row or something like that, but that would be probably the worst of it. It's pretty safe here. Killarney is pretty nice too. Tralee is a bit more of an edge to it, but by world standards, not really. It's not nothing compared to things are pretty kind of easy here in where we are. Let's see. Shredes is 60 per day. That sounds equivalent to Chicago, USA. I thought, like, is it Detroit was the place where things were tough in the US. Yeah, but gun crime in the US, like the figures are always in the news and different things as well. But like I know it's like the right to bear arms is a big part of American culture as well. And it's one of those debates that unless you're American, you don't really, I suppose, fully understand. I wouldn't fully understand it myself, but anything that can be done to help reduce these things, such as buying a shillelagh, maybe that will hit someone with a shillelagh, mightn't hurt them too bad. Let's see. Yeah, the down played it to the number. Plenty of slow berries about at the minute. Really, slows. I didn't see any myself. I thought it'd be later in the year. It's kind of a bit early for the slows. Maybe they are. I haven't gone out looking at the blackthorn bushes this month. I've just been working on in my basement. Plenty of strawberries about in the minute. Found a new spot for cutting today. Always a bonus. It's harder to find up north as farmers keep putting it back heavy. Yes, John. Farmers always cut back their hedges. They're always trying to reclaim the land because the blackthorn grows wild and it takes over a lot of land. And then farmers come in with their tracking machines and get rid of it, all the good sticks. And a lot of them, like, you can go talk to them and try to say, look, you'll cut out some blackthorn, but then the farmers are very concerned you're going to put holes in their hedges, and then their sheep are going to escape, and you're going to cause a problem. So it kind of takes a bit of time. But yeah, it's interesting you say that slows are coming out, because it wouldn't really be that type of usually it's a little bit later here in Kerry. But I'll have a look. I must go out for a walk maybe. Oh, it's going to be raining for the next few days here. I should have done that last week. I wanted to go for a walk today, actually. Maybe I will. I can see it's already raining outside here in Killorglin. Grey, cloudy skies and raining now here in town. Don't get me started on Oscar Pretorius' case. He was guilty as sin. Yeah, like what was it? He shot his wife through the door or something. I remember it was in the news, but I didn't follow it closely as well. I know there's a lot of memes about it, and a lot of people were joking about various things in the case as well. People with a dark sense of humor were saying things. But yeah, he was the Olympic guy, and he shot his missus or something through the door and said it was an accident, and I think he got convicted of that. Yeah, Oscar as well. Let's see. He obviously had another bird, and she got him. Really. That was always the case. Like, a lot of these guys, like, they're always playing away from home. Irish rugby is awesome as well. Yeah, rugby's pretty popular here as well. Like, I wouldn't be in an area that's renowned for the rugby, kind of around Limerick area and Dublin. These type of areas. Especially Limerick, they would be, a very, very strong rugby presence there. It'd be more in like the private schools in Dublin that rugby, like Old Wesley and stuff like that. They were arguing before Shiriva or Shiri was shot. Yeah, he had a bit of a temper. He seemed pretty cold with what he had done. I think it was no remorse. Burglars, no, I think it was just saying that because isn't there like first degree, second degree, third degree murder, and or something like that? Or maybe it's just the American thing, and they're trying to downplay that it was an accident or manslaughter as a lesser sentence. Burglars, no, they get to taste Francis Shillelagh's. Yes, if they ever, I told you, I think I told you on live stream before. I have one in my room, I have one in the kitchen, I have one in the sitting room, I have one all around the house, just in case I ever need to grab one quickly. If there's anything, and also I have a Staffordshire Bull Terrier in the house, and the Staffy, they're they're friendly dogs, but if they defend their family very well, to the death. They're a very, very strong dog. They're on the top 10 most dangerous dog list apparently. I think they're in position number 6 on that list of different things as well. So yeah, let's see. I went to a CBC over there. Okay. Violent crime, the USA is going down. That's good to hear. Like you need to have, like you like in America, it's very different from any other country, and it's very hard for people outside of America to kind of really give advice because we're not there, and every community is a bit different. It's such people seem to forget how big America is, how vast it is. There's what 400 million people. It's bigger than Europe. You need a huge amount of resources to kind of police and to guard these different areas as well. Lots of training needs to be done to help out the police force and funding and to reform it as well. In terms of controlling these areas. I think the police need to calm down maybe a little bit too. Sometimes they can well, I think they're like that everywhere in the world. Like I remember they were giving me stress during the lockdowns when I was apparently driving outside the 5-kilometer region for work, and they didn't believe that I was a Blackthorn stick maker. They thought I was just some messer as well. But I suppose it's a good sign. They didn't really know who I was. Let's see. Rickard's Cornish biltong is the most authentic I've ever had in the UK. Good vibes. We don't really have too much of that. I remember they had biltong in one of the shops, and it just didn't taste as good as ones in South Africa. Weather is messed up. Remember heat wave? Yes, we just had a heat wave, and now it's starting to rain again. Let's see. All the land where I live is posted. Wait, I just checked the time. So yeah, 7 minutes left. Right. So it's posted. So like a land posted, you mean? Or wait 1 second again. Let's see. I've seen slow 2 here in Essex. I must go out. Maybe there is slows now. Usually it's a bit later, just early September. I know now all the teenagers are going out collecting the magic mushrooms in September. That's what you always see, or you see a lot of the guys from I think Eastern Europe are going out picking the mushrooms as well around town. I see Wayne Jones. Large of older places, the South Africans popping up everywhere. Yeah, you go to many countries, you run into a few South Africans. You recognize the accent straight away, just like an Irish accent. South African accent is well known. Oscar was a gun nut, got in trouble because his gun went off in a restaurant. He seems to be a bit of a character, all right. No slows in Cornwall or Wiltshire yet. I must check here, in Kerry, would be interesting. I have a pit bull, a bull terrier called 45. My dog is called Spawn, in a reference to the comic book Spawn. It's a violent comic book by Todd McFarlane, Spawn. But yeah, bull terriers, they're very loyal, great dog as well to have. I have a shillelagh in every room in my house. My South African sandbach whip as well. I just it's good to have it around. I think in Ireland the laws changed a few years ago that if you do have an intruder come into the house, you're allowed to sort them out now with impunity. I think you can before, if you hurt the person, even though they are in the wrong, you were held responsible. But they changed that rule a few years ago, I remember. Usually August to November, but best left till the end of that time period, till the fruit, especially for gin. Yeah, the run up to Christmas, usually it's more like a bit into October and stuff. Maybe they're just beginning to go now. I'll have a look. I haven't been out for a while. What are we into now? August, September. Yeah, usually still. In Kerry, it's usually a bit later, but I'll double check. See, we're down the southwest coast of Ireland, so it might be just a little bit later. Matisse, Sam in each room is a crazy dog. A crazy dog. Dogs will love their owners and protect. Let's see. Just go here now for a second. Dog will lick you to death. Yeah, dogs are very friendly. Like if you're ever having a bad day and you come home and you're annoyed and not happy, dogs don't care. They'll jump all over you. They'll be looking for food. You know, as guy look, as you all know, guys can get very lonely. It's a hard life being a man as well. Like you know because. You know, you work hard, you come home, you know, and you know, if you're a single guy, you couldn't go out and meet or date or anything during the lockdowns and different things as well. You know, sure, that's going to get you as well, and guys getting down and stuff, and you know they can't go out, and if you have a dog jumping all over you, even it's giving you a different type of love anyway. But it's still all good. And I see maybe I never really noticed them until usually I go out in October, November. I was just searching for a few spots. Yeah, I must have a look. Be interesting, like to see, like you know, see what's going on with the weather. Win Jones, easy to make. You just make a DIY covered. So Mike Allen, I see you have your profile picture there. You have a nice stick up there. So how is blackthorn tea? Never tried it, but heard it's a thing. I've eaten the young blackthorn leaves when they've grown and different things as well. You can make tea out of any leaves. I haven't tried blackthorn tea. I don't think there's much flavor in the leaves. Like you know, it's not like some of the other teas that you know you can pine tea and nettle tea and a few of these. You can like get some kind of flavor. Blackthorn tea, I'm not sure about. I've eaten the young leaves when I've been picking them, just snacking on them. It's like a normal thing to kind of I don't know. I just kind of always did it when I was out, just the young leaves. Um, I prefer my wild foxes, a hand feeds, or a badger as well. Yeah, you're really connecting with nature there, and you have you know a lot of skills and a lot of animals around. I can see. Just out of interest, the UK has had what they call a false autumn due to very dry weather. Yeah, like the weather at the moment is not normal in terms of we've had this heat wave, we had, you know, all of this temperature things. It's not like typically like this. Like I'm in my, you know, Hawaiian summer shirt still, like, you know, that's a sign. Oh wait, what was I again? I skipped the comment here. South African needs no weapons. We catch you in the jam. Yeah, our kids lighting fires in parks. Yeah, teenagers, they're always up to no good. They just get bored and they start doing like, you know, stupid things. Teach kid how to make fires right away. Yeah, dry grass because of the heat wave is different as well. I think we've come up to the hour now, guys. Wait, what time? Let me just flip this around. Oh yeah, I see it. I gotta go. I gotta go back and feed the kids. I think my daughter has her friend around, and I gotta drop her friend back to her home, and do a few different things as well. You know, apparently, my daughter's friends have discovered my YouTube channel, and they've been making some comments as well. They've had to you know adjust. So you know we'll see how that goes as well. I think a few of our friends have been trolling me, but yeah, it's kids just being kids. They're bored and just look for a bit of enjoyment any way they can. All right, guys, I am out of here. Thank you for watching this live stream, and you know more sticks to come. That's my job. That's what I do. I'll be making more sticks. I have quite a number of different sticks. They all look good. They all look unique. I think the next ones, I'm going to go for the more traditional ones. You know, the ones, the smaller handle that fit in right into the center of your hand, and with a lot of like knobs and knuckles. I think that's the next kind of batch there that I have as well. Here's some messages. Snap just got here too late. Just there, yeah. I'll just say a quick hello to you there, JHC. Just say good. See everyone's message here before I go. Everyone's just saying bye bye. Bye.